It's No, baby. Yo, it's your boy No, and we are back on the No Show. Today is my guest, DJ Streetking, one of the hottest DJs in the city, from Kansas City, Missouri to Kansas City, Kansas. Let's get it. All right. We are back on the No Show. I got my guest in here, DJ Streetking. Ooh, we got it going down. It's going live. All right, man. I've been wanting to get with you. We've gone through a lot of processes to get here. I'm super glad that we're here right now.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has. You've been doing your thing, crazy. Stay doing your thing. So let's just get into it with this No Show, man. Okay, so my first question to you is, what made you want to be a DJ?
Shit, for real, there ain't nothing I really thought about, growing up or whatever. Some kind of fell in my lap. I was doing the music shit, rapping and stuff like that. And then opportunity kind of fell in my lap. This club, a partner of mine, he didn't want to DJ there no more, so he asked me that I want to start. So, I started doing it and I never stopped. Like 12 years ago.
When it comes to DJing, what's one of your hardest things that you've had to learn as far as a DJ? One of the things that you've had to overcome, like the one thing that's just like, I'm good at DJing, but this one thing always is kind of like a hump that I have to get over every time I start. And let me be specific, like when you start something, say you're setting up your set, what is the one thing for you that's like, man, well, I gotta do this again, hope that it's on point, like as far as setting up, what is your one hump?
With being a DJ, being a DJ is real technical, so like just learning how to hook stuff up, learning how to perfect the sound to make sure the sound is amazing at your shows, stuff like that. That's something you don't really learn overnight. It takes a little time or whatever. So, I had to learn from hooking up brand new software or hardware that came out. So, like I said, making sure the sound and stuff like that is right. But that's something that's real easy now. That kind of comes second nature because I done it so much.
When did it get started? I know me myself as a performer, I've done stuff, I get that anxiety or that anxious, like, oh shit, I'm about to go up stage. How long did it take you to not feel that? Because you do it every single night.
To be honest with you, bro, like, if it's something big, I still had that feeling.
No stuff?
Yeah, like if it's something major, I still had that feeling because, I'm a perfectionist, so I kind of envision what I be doing. I kind of envision what it would look like afterwards, you know what I mean? And I want to like kind of complete it and make it happen the way I envision it or whatever. So, I never want to be that guy who like freeze up or nothing like that. I know I'm not that guy, but you still had that feeling in the back of your mind, man. It's 5,000 people in here. Like, what if I press the wrong button? Right. Or what if Marlene Young's performing and I play the wrong song and he look at me like, what? So. I still get that feeling sometimes, and it's a good feeling to me. All
right, so what could you offer your advice to DJs that are coming up? Because you are one of the hottest DJs in Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas right now. There's no debate about it. There's no question. So what would you inspire these young DJs to help them to get to the fan base that you have? What could they do and learn from you?
Well, first of all, like never stop. I had so many obstacles like in this game. From hate, to, maybe having a hard time in life, to, being broke, but still having to keep on going, to keep the name alive, so I learned, through any obstacle, I'm gonna get through it. And, like with my mom passing away,
Sorry to hear about that as well.
For sure. I learned this from Jay White, he told me, he was like, man, like when his mom passed away, he knew then nothing could stop him. Like, my mama gone, and I'm still going. So, no matter what else happens to me, I know I'm gonna be alright. Because I overcame that. So, shout out to Jay White, so I took that from him. So that's what I would tell my young people who aspire to be a DJ, a rapper, or a videographer, or a club owner, whatever the case may be. Never stop. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna have obstacles when you first get in the game, to when you've been in the game a long time, to even when you're at the top of your game. You always gonna have obstacles, and sometimes it may feel like you can't overcome it, but trust me, from somebody who had the odds against them his whole life, trust and believe, you can make a way. Just It's never stopped.
And that's inspiring, man. I know it's hard to come over a loss of someone you lose when his death comes, because I feel like it takes a piece of your soul. There's a part of you with someone that when you're born, whoever's taken the time out your life to help raise you, put some foundation into your soul, into your character, and then when they leave, there's a part of you that goes with them, I believe. You know, it takes a little bit of your muse, you know. I, for one, that understand that. So it's very critical to try to keep going after that, because it can always change everything. So that shows you're a very strong man to continue to do that. As far as that's, a lot of us can't. A lot of us fall short from that. A lot of us have to take breaks. A lot of us have to compose themselves to get back into that mindset. So that's very positive, and that's something that I hope we all take from that, because we all could use a little bit of that motivation. Keep grinding no matter what happens.
Yeah, I got sisters, you know what I mean? So I'm the oldest, so, you know, I got to be strong for them, you know what I mean, as well as myself.
How many siblings do you have?
I got 4 sisters.
4 sisters?
Yeah, I got all sisters. And I'm the
Whew.
oldest.
And you the oldest, so you had to watch yourself, watch out for your sisters, and so you had a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to beat some niggas up, you know what I mean? Like,
Had to give some L's to some people.
I had to teach my sisters. I had to teach my sisters how to defend themselves. I mean, ain't nobody fuck with none of my sisters. You know what I mean? Now.
So now that we're in that phase, what's one of the things that the craziest thing that you've ever had to do as far as a DJ? When I say that, I mean like one of your craziest like nights, like you had to be in front of the most craziest crowd, like a crazy situation. Give me your crazy situation scenario that you've had to do with your career.
I don't really know about nothing crazy, but I mean, I remember I was DJing a Jeezy concert at it was called Skyline at the time, if I'm not mistaken. You know, that mother had so many different names or whatever. I was doing a Jeezy concert, and at this point in time, you know, Jeezy was performing. I had just met Bigger Rankin. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bigger Rankin, shout out to the Cool Running DJs or whatever. You know what I mean? And, you know, me and him, we up there, my boy DJ Cash, me and DJ Cash, we rocking the show. You know, Jeezy, come on, you doing this thing. So, you know, Jeezy and people like that, you know what I mean, they don't want hell people on stage and all that type of shit, you know what I mean? But at this point, Jeezy don't know I'm the DJ, you know what I mean, nothing like that. But I just remember, you know what I mean, after one of his songs, you know, he came to the DJ booth to get a water, you know what I mean, and I was sitting there, you know, he talked to the crowd and shit like that. And then he was like, looked at me, you know, thinking like, man, who's this nigga? Like, man, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, right in the middle of the show, I'm like, you know, what's up? Just try to be cool and shit like that. But it was just a crazy feeling that in the middle of his show, like, he turned around and looked at me, came, got a bottle of water, you know, we was saying stuff to him. It was like, that made me feel like, man, I'm here. Like, I'm on stage doing a show with Jeezy, you know what I mean? That made me feel like, you know what? I could be on the stage with anybody.
Right. That's dope. That's dope. What's the biggest name to you that you've done something for though?
I did so many. I mean, Jeezy would be one of them for sure. I mean, I've done shows with a whole bunch of people. From Devin the Dude, you know what I mean? Yo Gotti. Man, it's crazy. I kind of like get brain farts when people ask me that question, because, you know what I mean, I've done so many shows. Ace Hood, like,
There's been so many people.
Yeah, there's been so many events. Like, I can sit here all day and just be saying, like, you know, dope events I've done, like, you know what I mean, even events without artists, like with Mark's My Barber or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, me and Mark, when we do shit together, we bring the whole city out, so like, it's not nothing new to us, like, and we do that all the time, you know what I mean? So I'm used to it. It's like, I'm used to like chilling, doing my thing, you know what I mean? So I don't got no real job, that's what I do for a living, is music,
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just chill, prepare, and ain't nothing like knowing you got something big coming up this weekend, you know what I mean? You promoting it, and then, you know, you walk in that motherfucker like, hey, it's about to go down, and you actually execute and make that shit crack, you know what I mean? And the night, you're like, damn, nigga, you know, it's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, I've seen you, you know, as far as doing some of your videographer work, I've seen just how crazy the shows are getting, how crazy the girls get, and just the way you had. Hey, I gotta ask you. We already might as well know. Craziest groupie story. Go.
Oh my God, man. Man, that's too rated. We gotta do like a rated R.
You gotta do a rated R, man. It's another show. No one give a bro. We all X-rated.
We gotta do a rated R session. You know what I mean?
Okay. Let's not get too X-rated. Let's go. All right. Let's just switch the question. Then I don't get too X-rated. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Craziest difficulties that you've had on the show. So what I mean by that is saying you were setting up and you had some technical difficulties, because you know what's going to happen either way. What can you tell me about that? Because you know a lot of DJs have that. Like they'll go get their equipment on, but then they'll have technical difficulties, and some of them don't know how to continue on. It may mess up their whole flow.
Yeah, I mean, number one rule is don't panic, because whatever's happening or whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You know what I mean? But I ran in a situation maybe. Forgot my computer charger or something like that, and I realized my computer's on 20%. You know, gotta make some phone calls or something like that. Gotta hurry and get a charger before my shit die in front of everybody or some shit like that. Or, you know, I mean, it ain't happened to me, but you know, like people that had their computer crash in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? Party lit.
Man, could you imagine that?
Ain't never happened to me, but I can only imagine like what that would feel like. Knock on some wood, knock on this backwood. But yeah. That would be crazy, but yeah, technical difficulties, man. You just gotta stay calm and try to like figure that shit out. Don't panic.
Yeah, so don't panic, DJs. Remember that. Don't panic if you have technical difficulties. What speaking of DJs, what got you into DJ core?
Shit, hard work. You know what I mean? Dedication, like, you know what I mean? Like, for real, like. I feel like I could have been in the Corps like a long time ago, you know what I mean? It was never something that I was going to go chase, you know what I mean? I wanted to let it come to me or whatever, but, you know what I mean, all the hard work, like, I remember the first Corps DJ retreat I went to, you know what I mean, everybody knew me already, you know what I mean? Like, knew me because I've been doing work for years and years and years, so it was like.
It was a trip, so you went in there thinking like, dang, everybody know me, I could have, this has been my spot.
Yeah, it was kind of like a surprise, you know what I mean? We was at this core DJ meeting or whatever, and you know what I mean, they surprised me. Like, man, DJ Streetking, brand new core DJ, you know what I mean? But it's a good feeling, man. Shout out to Tony Neal. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? I was a core in the DJ game in the United States before I was a core DJ, so it was never something that I felt like I was missing or nothing like that, but when opportunity came, you know what I mean, it's something that I was very appreciative of.
Right, yeah, definitely. That's a very big achievement. I mean, that's a big thing. What's the biggest thing, like when you got into DJ Core and you know, you finally got that, I guess, label that you deserve to have on your name that, you know, was already there, but just got a little bit more boost. What was like one of the things? Because I see you always flying, doing something. What was the craziest thing about that? You know, just getting into that group.
The craziest thing, it's a lot of unity in it. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what city I go to, there's gonna be some core DJs there, and I can make a couple phone calls, and you know what I mean? Bam, let's get to work. Because
it's like a frat, you know, like, you know.
Yeah,
like Alpha Phi Alpha, shout out to them.
For sure. It's the same shit, you know what I mean? And if I was an artist, you know what I mean, I would want to fuck with a core DJ because they automatically locked in with the whole country. Like, one click on a laptop, we can send an email and get everybody.
Yeah, that's insane. The digital world right now. It's always.
I mean, it's core DJs they're not just DJs. You got radio personalities like Brian B. Shining. He DJ and he a radio personality. You know what I mean? You got people like that all across the country. In the core or whatever. You got people all across the country or whatever that do different type of things inside the core. You know what I mean? So the core just got so many different muscles and machines in it. You know what I mean? That can help an artist out. So if I was an artist, I would want to fuck with a core DJ for sure.
What's one of the biggest things that you would tell the artists out here that you see coming up?
Shit, fuck with me. You want to win? You ready to go places? Fuck with me. That's what I would tell them. You know what I mean? Because I got the recipe. You know what I mean? If you get a few dollars, you know what I mean, to invest in your shit, you know what I mean? I got the key. I can show you how to make this shit work. I done seen it. I done been around it. You know what I mean? I know what it takes. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm just trying to be the leader of the new school.
The face of it. I see it. The face of it. What you are doing, sir. And, so, all right. So I see you're real friend. You're real close with Marlene Young. So what would you tell some of us about your relationship with him? Because I know he's had a lot of different shows. I know you're kind of business partners as well in a sense. How did that relationship come about?
It came about, through the music. You know what I mean? I met him through a mutual DJ partner. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna even get into that story.
So it's too crazy.
Yeah, I met him through a mutual DJ partner or whatever, and you know what I mean? I was getting into like my executive producing, like putting music out and shit like that. Like DJ Khaled be doing or whatever. And I sent him a record. And he sent that motherfucker back. He sent me a hook back, and the hook was crazy. And I remember sending the song to the old Chiefs player, Dwayne Bowe.
Dwayne Bowe, Mr. Inconsistent. Let me take that back.
But I was on the Instagram live, and Dwayne Bowe's brother was on live or whatever, and I was on there, and they brought me on. We just chopped it up, and I asked Bowe, what's up with the music? I see you doing little freestyle videos and shit like that. I see you trying to do your thing or whatever. He was just getting started, taking it serious, I believe, or whatever. And I was like, hey bro, I got this record with a hook on it. I'm about to send it to you real quick. So I got off the live. I sent him the hook, and I got back on the live, and he was listening to it or whatever, and he was going crazy, started freestyling to it and shit like that. So he was so hyped, and he was like, man, I'm gonna do this shit today. I'm gonna send it back today. I'm gonna do my verse today. I'm gonna send it back today. So man, he did it, sent that shit back. That shit was crazy. So at that time, I was like, man, I'm one verse away from a hit song. You know what I mean? So I started thinking like, who could I get? Shit like that. So first person I thought was like A1 or my partner One in the Forest or whatever. They doing their thing in LA, producing songs for Chris Brown and all kind of people and shit like that. And they also doing their own music. So I was like, man, if I can come on there, that'd be hot. You know what I mean? So a month go by, I'm still waiting, you know what I mean? It don't really happen, you know what I mean? So I'm like, the lowest I'm gonna go is Nave, because I like Nave's music. And I was like, Nave is dope, and he's damn near about to be out of here his damn self. So, got Nave on the record. You know what I mean? He put together like a dope ass verse, you know what I mean? So I had a hit song. You know what I mean? The song just went crazy. The city started changing their sound, you know what I mean? It started going from, that hood trying to rap like the Bay and all that to the people really trying to like switch up the type of music they make, you know what I mean? That song like kind of, it went crazy on the radios and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We almost shot a video. We did shoot a video to it. It never came out. You know what I mean? But that's another story. But
should have had me.
Yeah.
Good to see.
Yeah, the video should come out, man. That video was so hard. But yeah, that's kind of how I met Marley. You know what I mean? And after that, you know what I mean? We linked up with my partner Dave from Loyalty Entertainment. You know what I mean? And we made some moves and made some things happen.
So you're doing a lot of concerts. I see you doing a lot of stuff. What do you have coming up?
Shit, yeah. I've been doing the fall jams and summer jams, you know what I mean? Concerts and shit like that.
On the Vine, on 18th Vine.
On 18th Vine.
Just putting that out there so y'all know where to come if y'all want to see him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's Black Hollywood, you know what I mean? So,
come on down, check it out.
Yeah, we trying to have our own shit and build our own place to kick it and party and shit like that, you know what I mean? So, the Vine been doing this thing, you know what I mean? The last couple of years it's been getting better and better. So, it's getting cold now, but hopefully next summer we'll be ready to like really do some bigger things, maybe bring some, A-list artists down there and some shit like that. But, I've been focusing on bringing these future A-list artists, these Kansas City artists. I've been focusing on giving them an opportunity, put them on stage with crazy sound system, light show and all that type of stuff in front of 2,000 people, to showcase their talent, I've been having the little kids all the way to the the OGs do their thing or whatever. Shout out to the Velvet Freeze for giving me a platform to do that. You know what I mean?
Most of that.
Shout out to B, shout out to Tierra, you know what I mean?
And that's I want to say something about it because that's very impactful because what you're saying is because when I was growing up I was getting in trouble, so if I would have had anybody that would have took time to give me a chance to put myself in a position like that, it probably would have changed my life. And I know you're changing other people's lives whether you know that or not, to give them a chance to see that there is an opportunity out here besides just to have to go out in the street. There is an opportunity besides having to get a 9 to 5 and spend the rest of our lives chasing a dollar. There is an opportunity for us to see something outside of what they show us that it's not. So I have to give you mad props for even showing the black community, the Latino community, the minority community opportunities to even go somewhere, because like I said, when I was growing up there wasn't opportunities like that. There wasn't. So to do that, you're changing a lot of people's lives, and for that, that's just respect itself.
That's what's up, man. That's very humbling to hear. You know what I mean? And it's just dope for me to see like people's face, you know what I mean, when they up there and they performing, and they may have felt like they haven't been getting the chance that they deserve. You know what I mean? And
well, especially kids. I mean, you're letting kids too, like 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, like, as an artist, we all know that we grow up starting to do this when we're young.
Yeah.
If you have opportunity when you're young, it pushes you more focused to go
absolutely.
into that lane instead of going out with your homeboy, smoking a blunt, fucking her, doing something else. You have that. It's reality. It's a close reality when you don't have to be like, I'm watching TV, wishing I was that person. Now I got to touch it, because we all know once you get on that stage, you get that taste of that the fans. It's a rush. It's a high that can't no one explain. And it's like, I gotta have it. I know me, when I go on there and I get off, I want to go back on there. You know what I'm saying? So I know that it's that rush. Like even me, when you're ready to get in a fight like that. So it's you're doing remarkable things. I gotta say that. A lot of people in that position wouldn't help people. A lot of people would just continue to just take care of themselves, be selfish, because we're in an era where people just care about themselves. We're not in an era where people care about anything else but opportunity and for you to go out your way and do that. Because you don't got to do that.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do none of that shit.
No, I mean, like, some events, it costs, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm paying for, like, this amazing stage. I'm paying for this amazing sound system. I'm paying for, this amazing security to make sure it's safe, So you're really investing in yourself at the end of the day, So, artists never feel like, you're too good to, spend some money, because at the end of the day, like, when you're in the studio, you gotta pay that engineer, you gotta pay that person you bought that beat from, you gotta pay the dude who's doing your video, you gotta, pay people along the way, So, if you're leaving people out along the way, it ain't gonna add up in the end. So just understand that this ain't a free game. You gotta invest in yourself, and it's a business, it's 90% business, 10% the music. That's why you see shitty rappers making it, because their business is so good. They overlapping niggas with talent, but they don't have the mind. So yeah, like I'm saying, ain't nothing free. You gotta invest in this shit. And when you're investing with me, you're gonna get some good production. You're gonna get good quality shit. You're gonna get core DJs. You're gonna get amazing photographers and cat videos, and you're gonna be in front of thousands of people. So yeah, I remember when the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl or whatever. I got on the phone and I called like all the like clubs I could. That was in Miami, and I was like, bro, hey, let me get in here. Let me throw a party. I'm gonna bring a whole bunch of people down there. I'm from Kansas City. Bam, bam, bam. A club me back, and I ended up doing this rooftop party like on the beach. Oh, crazy, like for the Super Bowl and shit like that, So, just being at a level where I can just do stuff like that is crazy, I lived in Dallas, and when I was in Dallas, I met so many people and networked so much that, now I know everybody down there, they know me. So it's like, all right, now I can get to work down here, or Atlanta, LA the same way, I just like the feeling that I can go anywhere and like make some shit happen, because I done built my name up to a point where it's respected, not just around here, but over there and over there.
That's dope, man. That's got to be something to be proud of, to be able to know that you're known in different other places, but just here, That's dope. That's it. That's a lot of us is what we grasp for, is to get the notoriety that we deserve. What's one of the main things though that get you up, like that one goal that you haven't reached yet that you want to reach? Is there a goal though? I say that, but is there a goal for Street King to where he's like, man, there's this goal. There's one thing I want to do. Like, for Kevin Hart, it was Madison Square Garden. What's your that one situation, that one piece of, I don't know, it could, whatever it could be, if it's an event or a trophy or a medal or something.
I feel like it can be multiple goals. Like it could be steps, different steps you can take to get to certain goals. You know what I mean? And then you get to the next goal or whatever. But I don't think it's like one goal that I'm searching for. But I just want to keep elevating and getting to the next phase of being a legend in the DJ game. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like rush it. Like I don't want to take a shortcut. You know what I mean? I want to
bask in it all, kind of like your firstborn. You want to sit there, you want to take it all in, you want to take it the right way. Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I don't have to go back because I forgot a couple steps. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, bro. I'm just really just trying to be the biggest thing Kansas City has ever seen, and bring my people with me. It ain't really all about me. It's really all about my city. You know what I mean? Because there's so much talent, and there's so many people who had the talent, and this time passed them by, and it's like, man, we gotta, just like the Chiefs. You know what I mean? So much talent, time passes by, and then somebody at my homes came through. I was like, nah, I'm gonna put y'all on my back, and we're gonna get this championship. I kind of want to be like that.
You want to be that's real though, the Mahomes of the DJs.
Yeah, it's time to bring it home. You know what I mean? Like too many D Walks and Marlene Youngs and Kai Colors and ALs and man, I mean I can go on for days. You know what I mean? There's so much talent.
Yeah, we have a lot of talent as far and that goes not even to that. Like just as far as artists, musicians, videographers, editors, graphic designers.
Yeah, Wax Gotti, man. He hard. You know what I mean? That's a artist that I recently, started fucking with. Really going crazy. You know what I mean? It's just like I just see a lot of shit coming. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's time. So I'm just trying to put my all into it right now.
And everyone has to thank you for that, because you brought a lot of sights and eyes to Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas. So it's like I said, at the end of the day, it's still humbling to be around somebody that wants to give back, man. Because I've grown up is the same place we've grown up, trenches of being around people that just take more than anything. So it's really humbling to be around somebody that wants to give back for a change when they don't even have to, and you ain't and you're not even at close to where you're gonna be because you're still rising. So it's insane. It's insane.
I just want to get to a level where I can give back more. You know what I mean? I give back what I can right now, but like, the bigger I get and the bigger the foundation get, the more I can come on, let's go. Like right. You got it right now. Like I know you maybe not have the money right now, or you might not have the knowledge or whatever. Just come on, you got the talent. So I'm about to bring your ass on. I want to be like that because it's just so much talent in the city. Like the world got to see this shit.
Right, got to. We got to. It's our time. I mean, shit, they see everywhere else but here. So yeah, it's time. Okay, so the music game is different right now. Things are changing. Who do you see in the city right now that has potential that could make it to you?
Shoot, I feel like it's a lot right now. Like, I feel like D-Walk. I feel like Delio. You know what I mean? Free Delio. He locked up. You know what I mean? Marlene Young, of course.
Right, of course.
Casey Young Boss. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a plethora for real. I mean, I could go on for days. Like, you got Suey for a Q. You know what I mean? AL. You got Nave. You got man. Like,
a lot of people.
Yeah.
What's one of the things that's changed in music though that you've noticed too? That's changing right now.
It's really all about your streams. You know what I mean? That's how they really dictate how big you are. You know what I mean? You can say how big you are all you want. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? We pull the numbers up, and we really see how big you are. So it ain't about how many CDs selling out your trunk no more. It's really about how many people streaming your shit on these phones and on the internet and stuff like that. So that's really what the game came to now.
Digital sales.
Yeah.
Well, we knew it was going digital sales. Just to know that though, it's helpful for people because I always wondered myself, like what now is different than it was then, because back, say 5 years ago, it was more of what you had showed, catalog, more catalog than anything, because we can go back to where it was more talent than it was anything, but we can't say that right now because that's not where we at. With music, it's not about talent. It's about
who can market themselves and
marketing.
Who the labels can make the most money off of.
And nowadays, you want to be with a label because you got to think, you're not going to make as much money as you make with a label.
Because almost everything you can just do it on your own. Like, you don't need nobody to do it. Like, it's right. Get on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Right. It's all right in front of you.
Yeah, it's all right in front of you. Like, the game is they say the game is to be sold, not told. Like, that shit's free. The game is free. Like, you can do everything yourself. You don't need a label. Like, if you're really that hungry and you're really that dope, man, get out here and push your own shit. If you dope, then shit, it's gonna work out.
What's one of the platforms that you've tied yourself to as far as stream sites?
I was tied to none. I go through a DistroKid. You know what I mean? It's really what you want to do. You know what I mean? Look it up and see what best fits you.
Well, I say who's comfortable because I say some people like to go with, like you got so many. You got DistroKid and you got iTunes, Baby, CD Baby. You got different platforms of different things, but let me say it in a different form. Then what when you're looking for artists, new people to collaborate with, and you're looking at them streams, what are you more prone to go to, Spotify or YouTube?
Spotify and iTunes for sure. So with Spotify, Spotify, you gotta make sure Spotify is up, you gotta make sure your iTunes is up, make sure your YouTube subscribers is up, make sure your Instagram followers is up, your Twitter followers. That's what they're gonna look at. Your SoundCloud, all that shit. That's what they're gonna look at. Make sure your records are encoded, so whenever it's getting played on the radio and stuff like that, it's getting detected and them stats is getting put in the system. Because if the shit ain't encoded, the shit getting played on the radio, them stats ain't getting, wrote down. So when you go to these labels, they pull up your song, and they're like, okay, he got all these streams, okay, listening to it in New York, Florida, okay. All right, he can get it played on the radio this many times, or whatever, So you just want to make sure that, your business is right.
All right, so come business, y'all hear that? Business. What are your feelings on that? Are you for taking your kids back to school right now, or are you not?
If I could have it my way, my daughters wouldn't be in school. Well, one of my daughters is doing homeschool, and the other one is actually going to school, They got a lot of different protocols to try to be safe as possible, but it's like hard to imagine, a whole bunch of kids, first graders and stuff like that, following the rules to the T like an adult would. So, you have that in the back of your mind, so like I said, if I had it my way, my daughter would be at homeschool, but that's not the school she goes to. So, so the most we can do right now is really pray and just try to be safe as possible.
Yeah, we got to. At a point where we're going through either way, you got to know that to my knowledge and to what I believe, I feel like a second shutdown will come, regardless of what anyone feels or believes. But that's just what I feel. I say a lot on the No Show. I feel like that's something that will come. And it's me as a parent that I have to go through my stuff. I understand that. So out of all this chaos in this world, music is what you turn to. Music is what thrives you. I want to know what is what are a couple of the female artists right now that are thriving right now that have caught your attention that's in the town?
Oh yeah, definitely. Amira Wayne, man, she's crazy hard. You know what I mean? Rasha, you know what I mean? Like, battle rapper, crazy.
Beast.
Like, oh my God, get on YouTube and go look her shit.
Yeah, she's one of those beasts.
You know what I mean? Miss Kush, you know what I mean? Hard.
Yeah, Miss Kush has been around for a long time, too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hard. You got Robo Star. You know
Robo Star's a beast, man. She's been. I've been. My sister showed me some of her stuff a long time ago. Like, I think I've been following her for, I don't know, about 2 years now.
Yeah.
She been hard. She's been.
This is not like her name Keisha, baby Keisha, something like that. I can't remember. I'm tripping right now, but Miss Keisha, yeah, she crazy hard too. But yeah, it's definitely some dope women. You got Love Macy, you know what I mean, doing the, you know, the singing and stuff like that. You know what I mean, like. There's some dope talent, you know what I mean, in KC, like, for sure.
Yeah. When the next year comes, you know, because it's sliding in, you got things coming. I want to put this out now because I know that you haven't really said nothing about it, but I want to be the first one to really talk about it. I know you have plans to start a record label. You got plans to start getting your stuff on the ground. It's your stuff. Could you tell us a little bit more about that, or is that it's top secret to tell?
Nah. For sure, I definitely want my own group of artists. You know what I mean? I want to start my own label or whatever. I want to have my whole crew. I want to have my own crew. I want to actually build my own studio. You know what I mean? I want to have like my own headquarters. Like, I want to have like QC, but you know, in KC. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to get to the point where like everything you need to do and everything you need to have is right here. I got it. You know what I mean? That's really what I'm...
So you're trying to take yourself and become a corporation, DJ Incorporated, because you're talking about productions, everything just in this one building. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
I'm talking about like on a bigger level than Kenzie's ever seen. You know what I mean? Because it ain't never been like a, you know, dope, fly-ass DJ nigga who popping, you know what I mean, with a business like that. You know what I mean? Like, one stop shop, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like famous people fuck with me. Famous people will come through that motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that'd be crazy. And you giving back, you know? BR Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, motherfuckers will want to start coming and hanging out in KC now because, you know what I mean? They know, like, we got our own, like, you know what I mean, big ass studio, like, where Wayne and them record at, shit like that, you know what I mean? We got that shit here, so motherfuckers want to fly here and fuck with us. Fuck with us on the weekend. So it's like on the weekend, it's regular celebrities just in the club with us, just normal. You know what I mean? Like in Dallas or in Atlanta or whatever. We gotta make our city like that. Now every time we see somebody famous in our clubs, it's because somebody paid for them to come. Nah, we want these motherfuckers to start coming here because they want to kick it with us.
So we don't even talk about it. Let's talk about DJ Streetking as a father. So what are the things that you've been doing with your kids now that COVID has taken over and well, you know, we're not doing as much as, you know, we used to be able to do as parents. You know, you're not really being, I mean, you're mobile, but you're not, you know, you're not chancing your mobile with your kids to like, oh, let's go everywhere we used to go.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's kind of tough, you know what I mean? Like, with all the different scenarios going on and stuff like that. I got 2 kids, you know what I mean? I got two different mothers, you know what I mean, for my kids or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, you know, juggling those 2 relationships to keep those, you know, straight, you know what I mean, for the better of the kids, you know what I mean, is, not saying it's easy, but, you know what I mean, it's something that you gotta do, you know what I mean, and, you know, with me being an entertainer and I do a lot of different stuff at night, you know what I mean, they may be working the daytime and it's kind of tough and, you know what I mean, you still gotta find, you know what I mean, that time, no matter how tired you are, or, you know what I mean, how wore out you are, you still gotta find that time, you know what I mean, for your kids. It's like a must, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, no matter what, you know what I mean, I try to find as much time as possible to get in, you know what I mean, because I don't never want to be that guy that your kids don't know you, you know what I mean, that'll never be me, you know what I mean, so, you know what I mean, I try to do the best I can and try to get better and better at being a better and better father.
Right, yeah, got to, especially with our youngs, with our youth, with our love, with our babies, got to. Is it ever hard for you, you know, sometimes because you're away from your kids a lot?
Oh man, heck yeah, you know what I mean, or, you know, maybe baby mama mad at you, then you can't see a kid, for, you know, that shit, you know, like, you know what I mean, but, you know, they both good though, you know, I got my kids' parents are like they on that shit, you know what I mean? So, shout out to them or whatever. But yeah, it get hard sometimes, especially, like when you maybe traveling a lot and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I know this COVID shit over, I'm really gonna be on the move or whatever. So yeah, it's definitely tough sometimes, but it ain't nothing like it ain't nothing like seeing the smiles on their faces, when they see their dad.
Always, man. You always gotta love your babies, man. They make us. That's what our foundation. That's dope. So we were talking about, your kids being a father. As far as that, we didn't really get into like relationships as far as females. How do you balance that with females out here? And, how do you even balance, a relationship with, you go to different states, then your dad, you come back, you're constantly doing music or coming up with venues. Where do you get the time or anything to even, put yourself into that with another person when you're already occupied with so much other stuff?
Yeah, well, like with this type of business that I'm in or whatever, it takes a special type of woman to deal with. What all come with it, like, with the time and the late nights and stuff like that. So you just really gotta, find somebody who just trusts and believe in what you got going on and believe that what you got going on is bigger than bitches and, having all the hoes and all that type of stuff. Because like a nigga who's really successful and really like trying to like do his thing, like he ain't even worried about that. Right. Those come, So, that's something that like a nigga like me, I'm not focused on like having hella bitches and that type of shit. I'm focused on like building my empire, I feel like eventually, the right situation gonna come along, and we go from there or whatever.
Y'all hear that, ladies? I'm giving y'all the hookup right now. So if y'all out there right now wondering, like, how do I get into DJ's phone? How do I get his DMs? He's telling you. He's telling you right there. He's giving y'all hope right there. Just understand the game and have a nice brain. I'm going to say the brain part because I like the bottom too. All right, so, yeah, it's true. It's true. Like a fat kid love cakes. So do you have anything coming up beginning at the end of this year, Christmas? What do you think as far as, do you have any promotions coming up for Christmas? Christmas is one of the biggest holidays as far as that too. Is for promoters to know too. It's like something that everyone comes out to do. Everyone celebrates Christmas. Mostly. So it's like a profitable month for you. I know that because everybody.
Yeah, like with the COVID and all that shit going on right now, like to be honest with you, bro, I can't really tell you. Like really, this shit week by week for real. Me, it don't take me no time. I can go an event in a week, make it successful or whatever. But like right now, like it's hard to like really plan that far ahead, stuff like that. With with the pandemic, we don't know what's going on. We don't want to invest too much money into something, and then that time comes and you can't even do it or whatever. So, really just ending the year off like strong as I possibly can. And just continue to do what I'm doing and try to come up with new ideas and new ways to like. Put Casey on the map quicker and quicker and quicker. That's really what I'm on right now, because I ain't getting no younger and we ain't got that much time to waste. It's like, it's time to do this shit right now. So like, if you out there and you really trying to do your thing with this music shit, tap in with me, because like, it's go time. Like, if you from Kansas City and you doing your thing, like, you need to tap in with me. Like, point blank simple. Like, I'm in the biggest clubs, I'm doing the biggest parties. I'm tapped in with the niggas outside of here. I'm tapped in with the right people. I know how to get your music out there. All that type of stuff. So, if you ready, you got some backing, you got some money, you ready to get out here and make some shit happen, like tap the fuck in. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, you heard live, no show. You heard your boy is DJ Streetking. Man, again, man, thanks for coming on to the show, bro. Just give me an interview, give me some time. I know you busy. Thanks for getting me to come down quickly, to come to one of your little quick places, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you even giving us, just even this time, for real, man.
For sure, man.
And continue to do what you're doing, man. Like I said, man, humble. Love knowing that you're helping people out, man. All right, that's it. It's your boy for the know. I'm gone, man. Interview with DJ Streetking.
Hey, yo, this DJ Streetking, and I'm a Know the Holic. I'm on the